I eat probiotics, I'm not bloated, my stomach is flat, my digestion is optimal. But does that mean that I'm not absorbing all the nutrients? I'm not absorbing maybe not all the calories? Hello guys and welcome to today's Q&As. Today I'm answering a question about probiotics, digestion and bloating, nutrient partitioning. Anyway, my name is Daniel Weiss. I'm a nutrition and lifestyle coach and I help active people and athletes to perform their best on a whole food, plant-based nutrition. So there is this guy who is asking, I'm curious about something in general. When I weightlift, I aim to eat a certain amount of calories each day, as eating less than that means I won't gain muscle mass properly. So basically he's trying to build muscle and he's trying to stick to caloric surplus. Good job. I also take probiotics and noticed they make my stomach flat and food seems absorbed very quickly, which is the point of probiotics. But does that mean I'm somehow not actually getting those nutrients into my system due to them being broken down, the nutrients, by the probiotics and just passing straight through? Seems like I'm way hungrier more often when I take probiotics, as if the food I ate is just being flushed out when I use the bathroom, but maybe I am absorbing the nutrients just more rapidly. Just confuse this probiotics means I will need to eat more if the food isn't actually getting absorbed. So the way of thinking here is I eat probiotics, I'm not bloated, my stomach is flat, my digestion is optimal. But does that mean that I'm not absorbing all the nutrients? I'm not absorbing maybe not all the calories? So let's answer this, because this is a really nice, good and exciting question. Let me preface this by saying that if you don't go to toilet like 3 or 4 times a day, if you are not having diarrhea, then you are absorbing all the nutrients. I also made a podcast episode specifically on this topic with Dr. Gabriel Fundaro, who is an expert of microbiome and gut health. Link is down in the description, but you can also find it in my videos on YouTube or on my website when you go to the podcast. So let's go to the question and I will answer it part by part. So does it mean that I'm just not getting all the nutrients in because probiotics digest these nutrients? Or how do they work actually? So probiotics are these microorganisms that reside in our intestines, and they help us also by digesting certain foods, specifically like fiber that is not digestible for us or only partially digestible. That as a byproduct of this digestion, they also create short chain fatty acids, which we can actually absorb. So in that way, they can actually provide us some extra energy because they break down the fiber that we cannot digest and they convert it into an energy that we actually can digest, the short chain fatty acids. And how much of that energy is it? It's not much. We cannot say exactly how much. If you, for example, if your weight loss is stalling, then it's probably not because you have like bad microbiome or very efficient microbiome. So that's something that we cannot account for. You would need to get your microbiome tested and so on. It's practically impossible to tell. So if anything, you are actually absorbing more of these nutrients and getting a little bit more calories in. Having said that, also that you don't feel stuffed, that you don't feel bloated, and that you are hungrier more often, it's because your digestion is actually optimal in this case. So if you eat, for example, in a shorter period of time, a huge volume of food, your digestion will slow down for that food to digest properly, so we absorb as much nutrients as we can. So our body is smart. It doesn't just want to flush all these nutrients from us. So if you, for example, start eating more smaller meals throughout the day, this helps your digestion, but this doesn't mean that you are not absorbing all the nutrients. You may go to toilet faster, and you also feel like your stomach is more flat. That is why we also advise for athletes to eat maybe like a little bit smaller meals, but more frequently, because then you are not stuffed, then you are feeling energetic, you can hit the trainings hard without feeling nauseous or having digestive issues. So I hope that this answered your questions about what's actually going on in your case. And if you are somebody who wants your questions having answers, just post them down below in the comments, post or directly reach to me through DM on social media. On Instagram, I go by Performance Optimized. That's also how you can find me on Facebook. Besides that, I invite you to actually schedule a phone call with me that is a 30-minute strategy session during which I can personally assist you, because sometimes answering these questions I don't have all the information, and I know that I could help you or help you answer that question, point you into the right direction, but I need some more info, and going like back and forth in messages is not something that I consider to be effective. So if you ask questions, please be as specific as possible, include as many details as possible, and if you want to get that free session, then go to the link that you will find in the description or maybe somewhere on your screen, and schedule that session with me. I will assist you during the 30 minutes the best way I can. If you then decide that you want some more assistance, that you need more than just this short push, then we can start working together if you want to. But this session is not a sales call, it is here to assist you. Until then, you have a great day.